I'm posting this the Monday before Christmas, so I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And thinking about Christmas has me thinking about the money that we leave our kids. And oftentimes, we don't want them to necessarily have full access and control of everything when they receive that. We want to protect them from themselves. We want to protect them from their creditors or from other situations that could come up. And so that means we have to leave some money in trust so that it is there available for them, but they can't use the whole amount of inheritance right when they receive it. I've got a lot of clients that are facing this situation, thinking through this type of planning so that they know that their children are going to have money that they need for income, that they're going to be able to go to college, that they're going to be able to do the things that they want to do, and yet there will still be money there over a longer period of time. It won't all get spent in a short period of time right after being inherited. And leaving it in trust helps to set that plan up, but it can be complicated because the assets that you have may or may not work all that well with a trust. And what do I mean by that? Well, when a trust has assets that it's holding, if those are going to be held inside the trust as opposed to being paid out, then any income is going to be paid at trust tax rates, which are much higher than individual income tax rates. The trust tax bracket goes to the very top bracket at, a little more than $15,000 a year of income right now. And for most of my clients, that wouldn't take hardly anything to get to that. A lot of my clients have money that is in IRAs or 401ks, so income tax has not yet been paid on those dollars. And if we leave that type of money into a trust, then the trust will need to pay income tax on those dollars as the required minimum distributions are paid out, or pass that money through to the heir. And under the Secure 2.0 rules, that has to happen within 10 years for an IRA, which may not necessarily fit with the overall plan that you have for your children. So if you want it to be left in trust and be able to be held there longer than 10 years, be able to have the amount that's paid out be less than that required minimum distribution amount, then you need to start thinking about how you can make some changes in what you have in order to minimize the tax impact. Because if you've got mainly IRA assets, and that goes into the trust, and then the trust has to take a required minimum distribution, and they're not going to pay it out, then they're going to pay that highest tax rate on that income. Now, to solve for that problem, one of the things that you can do is convert your IRAs to Roth IRAs. The Roth IRA does not have a required minimum distribution, and any money taken out of that Roth IRA will be tax-free. So when you want to have your trustee pay money to your children, they can utilize that Roth, no income tax. It's a benefit for your children, but it's also a benefit for the trust in that it gives more flexibility. There's no annual required minimum distribution that's either going to trigger a high tax rate or be forced to be paid out before you want it to be paid out. The Roth IRA is going to allow for the money to stay inside the trust on the timing that you want without creating this higher tax bill. Now that means that you would need to pay some taxes at your tax rate, which is likely less than that highest tax rate of the trust. So you would be paying taxes at a lower rate than what that trust would incur if this were your estate plan. So if you're wanting to leave money to your kids in trust and you're wanting that to be kept for them over some period of time, then it would pay for you to do some Roth conversions of some or all of your IRA or 401k and get that money into the Roth IRA or the Roth 401k to give your estate plan the maximum flexibility that you can leave it when you're no longer here. So hope that's helpful. Like and subscribe the channel so that you can get more videos in the future. And let me know if there's a question that you'd like me to answer in one of my future videos. I would love to be able to answer some questions that are on your mind. And with that, again, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas.